Potawatomi Sportsbook. And the Brewers are coming off of a 5-1 homestand. They had excellent pitching as they swept the New York Yankees and then took 2 out of 3 against the San Diego Padres. A 195 earned run average for their starting rotation in that stretch, and now they hit the road. The start of a 3-game series here this weekend. It's rivalry weekend across Major League Baseball, so the Brewers are playing the Minnesota Twins. And Brewers rookie Coleman Crowe has been called up for his second career start. We saw him make his Major League debut against the Miami Marlins back on April 17th. He pitched into the 6th inning and pitched well, giving up just 2 earned runs. So he is called up now to make a spot start here this weekend against the Twins. And the Twins are countering with Joe Ryan, who has had great success in his career against Milwaukee in 4 starts, a .318 earned run average, and held the Brewers to a .179 opponent average with 25 strikeouts. Hi everyone, Sophia Minard here at Target Field. It's always fun rivalry weekend. A lot of great matchups across Major League Baseball this weekend. The Brewers and the Twins hooking up again, and Milwaukee took 4 out of 6 games against the Twins last year in this rivalry. So to get you ready for this year's matchup, we take a look at some of the series storylines here. The Brewers have been one of the best teams in interleague play. They have gone 42 in 27 going back to 2025 in the Pat Murphy era, second in Major League Baseball. And the Twins have 24 wins in interleague play as well. So Brewers looking to continue that interleague success, and this Brewers offense continues to roll. They are averaging more than 5 runs per game. That's 4th most in the National League. Bryce Terang has an OPS over 900, 5th best in the National League. And then Luis Rengifo put together a really nice homestand, 7 hits, 3 RBIs in his last 3 games. And this is also going to be a matchup of 2 of the best catchers in the game who can get it done on both sides of the plate. William Contreras, 26 RBIs. Ryan Jeffers for the Twins, 25 RBIs. Both of them in the top 10 for Major League catchers. So guys, it's always fun when these 2 teams link up. A lot of Brewers fans hitting the road, as always, to be here at Target Field as we go up to Jeff Levering and Bill Schroeder on the road with us. Always great to have Rock on the road. Guys, this is going to be a lot of fun, and the Brewers maybe playing their best baseball here so far this season.
Great to have Rock here, Sophia. Should be a great weekend here in Minneapolis, and as she said, 11-4 in the last 15 ball games for this Brewers team. A great homestand against the Yankees and the Padres. How are they getting it done, Rock?
Knock on wood. I mean, you hate to talk about this kind of stuff as you embark on a road trip, but again, the Brewers are playing some really good baseball. Pitching has been outstanding. The starters against the Yankees and the Padres were 3-0, a 195 ERA, big strikeout numbers. It's been amazing to watch these guys. And the offense, bottom of the order, is starting to get it going, right? Rengifo and the guys at the bottom of the order are doing a good job. So, you know, the bullpen has been lights out. Last 16 games, the Brewers have allowed 8 home runs. That was it. 4 of those in 1 game against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The team earned run average 3rd best in all of baseball. So everything going really well for the Brewers. Look at the run differential. It was over 46 runs that was what they have given up. But again, the team that doesn't hit home runs, they're scoring a lot of runs.
Brewers and Twins, always an exciting series. We've got rivalry weekend in Major League Baseball. Twins and Brewers, first pitch coming your way next. Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. By Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. And by Northwestern Mutual. Discover a better way to money at northwesternmutual.com.
Let's work together.
Let's take everything we know about cancer.
Every cancer. My cancer.
And turn months into years.
It's 1, 2, 3.
Celebrate 50 years of trust with free installation. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Relentless, the Brewers offense.
Struck him out looking. Ball game over. Trevor McGill shuts the door, and the Brewers sweep Minnesota in the Twin Cities.
Well, that was fun last year. Brewers came up to Minneapolis and took all 3 against the Minnesota Twins. Won the season series against Minnesota, 4 games out of 6, and they have won 7 of their last 10 against the Twins overall. 5 straight here in the Twin Cities. Gorgeous night for baseball. And a great weekend for rivalry weekend around Major League Baseball. With Bill Schroeder taking a trip across the mighty Mississippi River. Great to have you here. Sophia Minnaert, Jeff Levering with you.
How about the weather here today?
Perfect.
I mean, it's the first time I think all year I was out on the field for batting practice and actually broke a sweat.
Well, it's great to have your sweat up in the booth now with us as Pat Murphy and the Brewers had a great homestand, 5-1 in their 6 games against the Yankees and the Padres. Starting lineup for the Brewers brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. It's Churio, Turang, and Contreras at the top. Bowers, Mitchell, and Vaughn in the middle. Frelick, Rengifo, and Hamilton 7, 8, and 9. They get the right-hander Joe Ryan today of the Minnesota Twins, an all-star a year ago. Led the team in victories. He's been tough on the Brewers over the course of his career. Season high 107 pitches last time out for Joe Ryan.
Yeah, that was a no decision against Cleveland. That was 6 innings, 2 hits, only 1 run. His last win came back on April 11th. That was at Toronto, but no fault of his. He's been outstanding with that 3.43 ERA, start number 10 for him. An opponent batting average at just over 200, 202 for him. He's been great.
Northern California native as Joe Ryan starts his process. The defense behind him tonight, right?
You got Martin, you got Creeder and Outman in the outfield. Lewis, Lee, Keyshaw, and Clemens around the horn, and Ryan Jeffers, a fine defensive and offensive catcher behind home plate.
Our home plate umpire today is Rob Drake. Stu Sherwater is over at first base. Junior Valentine is at second. And Jordan Baker is over at third. Rock, how about your Miller time game plan for tonight's action?
Well, pretty simple. Let's get into that Twins bullpen. They've got a bullpen ERA over 5, about 5.5. Starters have been much better. So as soon as you can get these starters out, the better off you are.
Jackson Churio about ready to get going against Joe Ryan. 2 starts against the Brewers last season, 11 1/3 innings, allowed just 3 runs with 16 strikeouts. Great homestand for the Brewers as Jackson Churio digs in. He was the only guy on the Brewers roster that did not have a hit in yesterday's win against San Diego. It was 0 for 5 with 4 Ks. It's just 4 for 26 on that last homestand was Jackson Churio. Nice and toasty for game 1 of this series. About ready to get ready for our first pitch. It's presented by Aurora Healthcare. Ryan winds, and his first pitch of the game is a shot to center. That's well struck. It's up and over the head and off the wall on a bounce. 1 pitch in, and the Brewers have a leadoff double from Jackson Churio.
Yeah, not a guy to get me over fastball. To start the game. He's going to be on the attack right away. There's a way to make up for a rough day at the plate last game of the homestand. Well, check it out, that fastball right down the middle. He's got an interesting arm angle, high 3/4, right down the middle, and Churio off to a good start for the Brewers in the first.
No Byron Buxton in center field today, so Kreidler makes the start. Didn't matter if Superman was in center. No one was catching that blast. Here's Turang. And he takes strike 1 from Joe Ryan. Turang 6 out of 23 in the last homestand. Hitting near 400 in his last Baker's dozen games. Brewers jumped out in front of the Padres in yesterday's game. 3 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second. It was cruise control after that.
Yeah, and the pitching staff did the rest. Brewers pitching has the 3rd best team ERA in all of baseball. They have been terrific all year.
Two strikes and nothing on Turang, and he hits a foul right side. Trying to set up the meat of the order against Joe Ryan. Brewers Bunch of lefties in there. There's 3 right-handed hitters. And it's fouled away. Remember, this game starting at 6:10 today because of the Timberwolves playoff game that is going to take place in the Target Center just across the alley against the Spurs.
Busy downtown today.
It's bustling here in the Twin Cities.
Yeah. A lot of Brewer fans walking the streets.
And that's very close to being strike 3. Instead, ball 1.
They just don't know what you're going to get out of Ryan. I mean, he features 6 different pitches and he throws them all pretty much any time.
Another foul by Bryce Terang on that knuckle curve.
4-seamer, sinker, curve, sweeper, split, and slider.
It's a good thing we're not throwing down signs with 5 fingers anymore, Rock.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Exactly right.
Yeah, just about everything. There you see it.
Terang into center. Creeler broke it, now goes back. Churio to tag. Throw goes to third. Churio is in with a slide. Productive AB from Bryce Terang. And a third, less than 2 outs for William Contreras. Game that features 2 of the top run-producing catchers in Major League Baseball, Contreras and Jeffers.
And both of them having really good seasons. Infield in. Yeah, for the Twins, early in the game for that, right? Ryan making start number 5 against the Brewers. He's currently 1-1. 318 earned run average. Really good numbers against the Crew. He's got good numbers against everybody this year. 3.43 his ERA.
Right around what it was last year in 31 games. Strike on Contreras. It's a Twins team that when the Brewers saw them first in the month of May, they were riding a 13-game winning streak. The hottest team in baseball. Some would say that when the Brewers snapped that 13-game winning streak, the final game, it was a catch by Jackson Churio, robbed a home run. That's what propelled the Brewers moving forward. Brewers came back here to Twin Cities in June and swept them.
Yeah, scored a bunch of runs, right?
Outscored the Twins by almost 30 in that series. 1-2 on Contreras. And a pop-up right side. It's going to get it in seats.
Got a lot of foul territory in this ballpark. Target field. Beautiful ballpark here in the Twin Cities.
Another 1-2 to Contreras. Ground ball left side, base hit. Brewers will get on the board. Contreras, a big turnaround first, puts on the brakes. RBI single for Contreras.
Yeah, give an assist to Bryce Terang to get Terang, or I should say get Churio over to third base. They brought the infield in, and that's what allowed Contreras to sneak that one into left field. Yeah, good at bat by Contreras. You know, the 2-seamer, look at the way it tails in off the plate. Contreras waiting for it. And because the infield in, Lee just can't handle it.
Wire cam presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bowers takes down and in. Fun to get a different perspective on our wire cam. Brewers wire cam goes down the third base side. Twins matriculates down the first base side.
Matriculates?
Yeah. It's graduation week.
Would you like to define that?
Typically, it's when people come back to school, matriculating.
Oh, I get you.
Or go off to school.
All right. Just want to make sure. I thought that was it, but
yeah,
who knows?
That's a liner, foul by Bowers. Ooh, look out.
Nice play. Knocked it down.
There's a lot of survival tactic in that move right there by that ball attendant down the right field line. Smiling about it now. 1-2 on Jake Bowers. 16 game on base streak.
It's kind of what the Brewers do, right? They just wear pitchers out. Long at bats. Put the ball in play for the most part.
Did it yesterday. Made Griffin Canning throw 43 pitches in the first inning.
Yeah.
Knocked him out in the second. Swing and a miss by Bowers. Got a fastball by him. First strikeout for Joe Ryan.
Pretty much where he's going to top out. 95. The four-seamer got right by Jake Bowers.
Contreras driving in the first run of the game. Every Brewers RBI. Northwestern Mutual Foundation funding 5 hours, equivalent to $250 of childhood cancer research. Northwestern Mutual and the Brewers proud to partner in curing childhood cancer. Garrett Mitchell with a shot to right and a base hit. They barreled that one. Another hit for the Brewers. Third of the inning. 112 off the bat.
Yeah, another four-seam fastball right down the middle of the plate. This one at 93. And not messing around. He liked it and went after it, barreled it up, hit it hard into right field. Good job by Mitchell to keep the inning going.
Andrew Vaughn in the 6th spot, DHing tonight. It's down and away. The Brewers, one of the best teams in Major League Baseball, scoring runs with 2 outs. 93 2-out runs this season. That's in tight. Vaughn 2 out of 12 lifetime against Joe Ryan. A couple of hits, including a double, and drove in a pair yesterday against San Diego. Swing and a miss at the fastball.
He's got that interesting arm angle, kind of slings it at high 3/4. This guy used to be a water polo player. Maybe that's the result. That arm angle, more comfortable like that. Water poloer in high school.
Fouled away. You ever play water polo, Rock?
I'm just messing around. I mean, not any organized water polo league or anything like that.
Egg beatering.
We did not have a water polo team in high school.
Sure.
Did you?
We did.
You did?
Yeah, out of Northern California. I did not play. Fouled away. A very popular sport in California where I grew up.
You got to be in really good shape to do that, right?
Oh my gosh. The best shape.
Yeah.
Swimming the entire game. Cannot touch the bottom of the pool.
No.
All the action happens below the surface of the water. 2-2 to Vaughn. Fouled back again. Another long inning for a starter against this Brewers offense in the first inning. 25 pitch inning.
And like we talked about in our game plan, I mean, get the starters out, get into that bullpen that struggled all year for Minnesota.
Soft line drive caught by Lee at short. Side retired, but the Brewers get one. RBI single by William Contreras. Coleman Crow, second big league start coming up.
The dad.
Nothing outshines a blue moon.
Brewers TV presented proudly by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Derek Shelton, new manager here in Minneapolis, longtime manager of the Pirates. Game over 500 here at home. His starting lineup brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Austin Martin leads things off. He's got one of the best on base percentages in Major League Baseball. In fact, it is the best in Major League Baseball. Lee and Jeffers to follow. Bell, Keyshaw, Clemens, Lewis, Kreidler, and then Outman. They get Coleman Crow today. Second big league start for him. He's been great in his last couple of appearances in the minor leagues. Ground ball to short. Hamilton's got it. One pitch and one out for Coleman Crow. That's efficiency to a T.
Well, check out his debut. That was against the Marlins. That was in Miami on April 17th. 5 1/3, pitched into the 6th. 4 hits, 2 runs. Really good appearance for him. Yeah, last 2 starts in AAA for Coleman Crow. 11 1/3 innings, only 1 run, 11 punch outs. So he's been throwing the baseball pretty well.
Just a hair outside. We got a challenge from William Contreras early. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile, and 1 for 1 for William Contreras.
It's been one of the best innovations that baseball has come up with in a long time, and how quickly it happens. That's the great thing about it.
Nice pitch. The cutter on the inner part of the plate on Lee. It's a quick 0-2. Not invasive to the game. Quick and efficient.
Yeah, I mean, it really has really done a nice job. Umpires don't mind it either.
Flipped into center field. Mitchell almost overran it. He makes the catch. Came flying in and then made the catch. How about our landmark credit union defense, Ron?
Yeah, I mean, that sun is pretty bad out there in center field. You saw Mitchell make that catch. Churio and Frelick on the corners. Got Rengifo, Hamilton, Terang, and Bowers in the infield, and William Contreras pushing the buttons like he usually does behind home plate tonight.
That sun is baking right now. Game time temperature 85 degrees, but it goes from shadows to sunlight pretty quickly.
Tell you, down on the field for batting practice, it was nice. I mean, had a nice baseball feel to it. I thought about maybe starting to sweat a little bit, but then I retreated into the dugout.
As soon as you felt the first drop, you went, I'm out.
Yeah, once it starts, man, it's like all over.
Jeffers takes outside for ball 1.
But it was great.
Feels like summer, finally.
Baseball weather, you betcha.
Jeffers having a fine season. Didn't start great, but since the beginning of April, Jeffers been one of the best hitters, and this one popped up. Left side of the infield for Hamilton. He makes the catch, and it's a 7-pitch first inning from Coleman Crow.
Get everything.
Well, collect a patriotic Brewers hat giveaway at the game against the Dodgers. That's Saturday, May 23rd. First 25,000 fans through the gates will get the hat. Grab your seats now at brewers.com/giveaways. It's a handsome looking hat.
This is a good looking hat, Rock. You've got one up here in the booth.
Yeah. I'm going to make sure I keep a hold of this. Vinny's not getting this.
No, Vinny does not get that hat. Yeah, let me see this thing. Let's give the folks back at home a good look at this cap. Look at that.
It's a beaut.
Perfect for Memorial Day. That weekend against the Dodgers. Sharp looking cap. Down the third base line. That one's going to get foul for Sal Frelick. Sal in the 7th spot today. 5 out of 20 on that last homestand. Starting to swing the bat better. Getting into those pesky at bats that he's been so notorious having.
Getting back to his old self again. Reliable. Good at bats against lefties.
Fly ball to left. Outman nearing the line and makes the catch in fair territory. Brings up Luis Rengifo.
This guy is one of the reasons why the Brewers have been so good as of late. Bottom of the order, getting on base. Rengifo, Hamilton, Frelick starting to swing the bat well.
Rengifo takes a strike. 3 hits a couple nights ago. 2 more hits yesterday against the Padres with 3 runs batted in. On the ground to first. Easy play for Cody Clemens. 2 up and 2 down in the 2nd inning. And it's David Hamilton. Case with a lot of Major League Baseball teams, but especially the Brewers recently. As their bottom of the order goes, as he squares the bunt and takes a strike, the offense typically goes.
They bring the top of the order up with men on base. Always helpful. That's what the Brewers did so well a year ago. Bottom of the order was very consistent getting on base.
When Hamilton gets a hit in a game that he starts, the Brewers are 14-3. When he scores a run, they're 12-2.
There you go.
Foul, and we'll see another one.
And word's out on him. Third baseman Lewis was in on the grass until there were 2 strikes on him. It's got to be hard to see out there with those shadows, right?
These middle infielders are battling shadows into the sunlight. Got to imagine that's what affected Garrett Mitchell on the fly ball out in the bottom of the first. It's the same shadows we'll have tomorrow night. 6:10 start time again for game 2.
Not as bad at 7 o'clock.
We got the drone here in Minneapolis. Nice. Great look from behind the left field grandstands. Good take from Hamilton. 2-2.
Good eye. That one didn't miss by much.
Churio on deck and a 3-ball 2-strike count on Hamilton. Another long sequence. This is pitch number 8. And Hamilton hits a pop-up about 30 feet into the outfield grass. Lee takes care of it. Brewers go in order in the second.
Tic-tac home run, only at Potawatomi.
The Brewers with a 1-0 lead, and Brewers rookie Coleman Crow called up here for just his second career start. Needed just 7 pitches to get through that scoreless first inning, and we saw Coleman make his major league debut back on April 17th against the Miami Marlins. Pitched into the 6th and pitched very well. Just 2 hits, 4 strikeouts on 77 pitches for him. And talking to pitching coach Chris Hook about what they learned about Coleman Crow, how he handled that debut, he said, first of all, very competitive. He said he loved the composure that he saw from him, and he showed some real pitch ability. So in terms of going back down to Nashville and things for him to work on, he said it was really just about being able to command both sides of the plate with every pitch, and especially the sinker. That was the one that he was most told to work on. He showed 5 pitches in that debut against the Marlins, and the cutter being the primary one. But so just the balance, the command, being able to command both sides of the plate. He said, you know, don't necessarily look at the numbers, especially that first start. He gave up 8 earned runs. He said he's been able to make these adjustments really quickly, so they've been happy with how he performed after that debut against the Marlins.
Thanks so much, Sophia. The cutter was very impressive against the Marlins. I think the curveball got so many accolades, a lot of attention from people, and he drops it right there on Bell for a strikeout from Coleman Crow on the hook.
And that curveball looks like it's coming into home plate, then stops and then drops off the table as it gets around the cutout. Check it out. The spin rate on that is incredible. Very quick downward action on that curveball. It is a beauty. You see the rotation, big rotation numbers on that pitch.
Monday pitch cast on that big curveball. Keyshaw takes outside for ball 1 with the cutter. That curveball that he just struck out Bell with was at almost 3,000 RPMs.
Yeah.
That's spinning.
Don't try that at home. That's amazing. That's what he's got to do, though. He's got 5 different pitches that he likes to throw. He doesn't throw hard. Tops out at about, what, 93? Maybe he'll reach up back and get a little bit more, but average velocity at about 92, 93.
Two and one on Keyshaw. It's the composure, as Sophia mentioned, that draws a lot of attention. Brewers have a few of their young guys that they go out there and you can't tell whether an earthquake is happening or if they're cruising.
They're so confident. I think that's a reflection of the veterans in that clubhouse. Make them feel comfortable, make them feel welcome, part of things.
2 off the end of the bat. It's a fair ball. Bowers for out number 2.
Yeah, that's the sweeper that time, not the curveball. That's a sweeper. So he's got what, 4 different pitches that break away from a right-hander. That's amazing.
And that sweeper was motating too. That was over 3,000 RPMs on that pitch. Cody Clemens takes in. The thing with the spin rate and why it's important, Rock, I'm guessing, is because the faster it spins, the less a hitter can identify the seams in the shape of the pitch.
Right, and the quicker it's going to drop. It's going to move quicker. It might not break as much, but it's going to break later. Typically, not always.
Ball to strike on Clemens, celebrating his 30th birthday today. It's a fly ball down the left field line that is in the seats. Churio gave it a run.
So basically what you're saying about Crow, nothing straight really. He does have a 4-seamer, but locates that pretty well. He's got a cutter and a sinker. Works both sides of the plate pretty well. That's about what you're going to get out of the fastball, 92.
Not a big guy out there on the mound. The 2-2 to Clemens, and a swing and a miss on the curveball. A couple of Ks on the hook from Coleman Crow. Brewers at the top of the order coming up. Jackson Churio doubled and scored in the first inning. Terang and then Contreras. Third inning in Minnesota. Now the wire cam zipping down the first baseline today, brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. We head to the third inning, top of the order against Joe Ryan. Churio takes a strike. Was not going to get a room service fastball from Joe Ryan to open up this at bat.
Not sure why he ever would. There are scouting reports.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Churio. Has shown some better patience, the exception of yesterday. Felt like he was in swing mode all day yesterday. Had 4 strikeouts and 5 at-bats, but
didn't seem to bother him in his first at-bat, did it?
No, out there hacking.
Short memories, these guys.
And in.
That's what you have to have. That's the mentality that you have to take. Every day's different. You can't rest on your laurels on good days, and you can't really grind away on the bad days.
Went around. Another strikeout for Ryan. That's his second. Bryce Terang coming up. That is Mother's Day home run last weekend. 6th home run of the season. Matches the team lead on our Wisconsin Lottery home run counter. First career walk-off.
A walk-off on a curveball. How good has that guy been last couple of years?
And defensively, best second baseman in Major League Baseball. And now he's added the power to his hit tool. 10 home runs in the month of August last season. And carried the momentum into the 26th season. And Aaron Judge had a long conversation with Bryce Terang when the Yankees were in town in Milwaukee. He opened a lot of eyes on Team USA.
Yes, he did. He really had a good tournament.
And Terang takes high.
Did an arm angle for Ryan. I mean, it kind of fools you when you're up at the plate. And with that arm angle, pitches that are up in the zone don't start out that way.
Two and two on Terang. It's a slinger.
Yeah. 6 different pitches that he's able to throw at any time. Tough to predict what you're going to get. Doesn't even matter the count.
Lines it foul just over the head of Sophia down in the pit. Those nets, I tell you, best invention Major League Baseball came up with a few years ago.
Without a doubt. Saved a lot of bruises in the stands.
It's the protection for the fans that they could. Heads are in phones so much these days.
Yeah. And even when you're watching, sometimes there's not much you can do about it.
Right. Three and two. Another long at bat. This is the 4th plate appearance with at least 7 pitches against Ryan. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back Ks for Joe Ryan. William Contreras coming up, an RBI single for him in the 1st. Johnson Financial Group player profile. These 2 catchers that are in this game today. Highest on base percentages at the catcher position. Contreras at number 5. Jeffers leading the way. Swing and a miss.
And we were talking about that in the last homestand. Not too many teams rely heavily on their catchers for offense. And both of these teams do.
He's got the breaking ball going now. Sweeper, then the knuckle curve. Gave up the run in the 1st inning. Typically, guys like Joe Ryan, you got to get them early.
Yeah. Kind of surprised they had the infield in, in the 1st inning. Had they not been in, I'm not sure if there would have been a run on the board. Who knows? But because they were in, no doubt, that ball trickled into left field.
2-2 on Contreras. See him hitting that back hip, telling himself to stay back. .55 pitches for Joe Ryan. Not pleased with the location from Joe Ryan.
Yeah, but that's the thing. To beat the Twins, you got to get to the starters, get them out of the game, get into the bullpen. They've got a 5.5 ERA, that pen. Of course, we said that when the Nationals were in town, and they did a number on the Brewers offense at bullpen, so you never know.
Steve Mackey, the pitching coach for Minnesota. 7th pitch of this sequence, Ryan to Contreras. And he struck him out after so many breaking balls. He came back with a fastball and he strikes out the Brewers' top 3 hitters in the order.
This is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Oh, this is my favorite rock. Look up at the video board. Look at the video board. Yes. Oh, that is beautiful.
Oh, why?
I'm so glad we got that live.
Oscar the Grouch. Is that me?
No, it's not, but it's courtesy of the guy next to you that you share.
Probus?
Yes.
Probus, yeah.
It was a Corey Probus special.
I should have known.
That was tremendous.
Oh, my goodness.
That was absolutely tremendous. There's Corey, former radio broadcaster of the Milwaukee Brewers.
The guilty party.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
He was so excited about that rock. Oh, you guys share a pane of glass right here.
He told you about that?
He did.
And you didn't warn me.
I mean, no, I didn't. I wanted to be in on it.
I could have had a grumpy looking face on when they did that.
You could have, but you were very happy.
Yeah, I'm happy here.
Yes, you're on the road again.
Twin Cities, not grouchy today. No.
Not grouchy at all.
I had my moments.
His Corey's wife Dana made us amazing brownie cookies with M&Ms and Oreos in them.
M&M bars.
Wow, those are good.
Yep.
And then he pulls that stunt on you. Ground ball to short. Couple of hops for Hamilton. Gets rid of it. And takes care of Royce Lewis.
In our days together when Corey was working radio with you, we had a lot of fun.
Oh, I bet.
On the road. We used to get on each other quite a bit.
Hey, Schradzy.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you. I mean, this job has been an absolute blessing. Working with all you guys and the different guys that have been coming in and out of Milwaukee. And it's the relationships that you remember.
You are the common thread in all of that, though, Rock. You know that.
We enjoy it. I mean, you know, Kate and I, we love the Brewers. I mean, they're responsible for a lot of the stuff we have, right? All of us, for that matter.
Totally. Absolutely. So no, at the end of the day, you are not a grouch. Speaking of Kate, there she is.
There's the lovely wife. It's kind of a homecoming for her. She grew up in East St. Paul. Did a little tour around that area today.
The old stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fun to come back, and when you guys lived here, we weren't too far away from the ballpark here downtown.
Yeah. Lived in. I had a house and then sold that. We had an apartment called the Churchill we were in.
Strikeout of Kreidler. Third strikeout for Coleman Crow. He's buzzing through this Twins order first time through. Brings up James Outman.
Enough on What's Your Life, Bill.
This is your life.
This is your life. You recognize this voice.
James Outman pops up a bunt foul. Tons of Brewers fans here. Nice catch. We're in the New City Connect unis. Good cutter on the outside corner. It's 0-2.
Walking around town today, tons of Brewer jerseys, Brewer hats. Not far from Milwaukee, about a 5-hour drive.
0-2. Pretty scenic route. Drive through the Dells.
Yeah.
Get across the Mississippi River and you're almost there. Jam foul by Outman. Just a bit outside. Look at that. Great unis.
Great.
Outman with a fly ball in the left. Churio makes the catch. It's 3 up and 3 down, but the highlight of the inning, El Groucho. There he is. I don't see the resemblance, Rock. Do you? No. No chance.
So, at night.
1-0 Brewers. Top of the 4th inning. Bowers, Mitchell, and Vaughn scheduled against Joe Ryan. Ground ball right side, and another base hit for the Brewers offense. 4th hit of the game against Ryan, and Bowers leads off with a single.
Yeah, got a sweeper and able to trickle one into right field just out of the reach of Keyshaw over at second base. Right down the middle of the plate, and Bowers able to get enough of it to tuck it into right field.
17 game on base streak now for Bowers. One of the longest in the big leagues going right now. Mitchell takes ball 1. He ambushed a fastball in the first inning and lined a single to right. Mitchell's been fighting it a bit at the plate. Had a couple of doubles in the game yesterday against the Padres. Fouls it back just to our left.
It's a game of streaks, you know, Major League Baseball. I mean, you get to the ballpark, sometimes it comes easy to you. You get your hits. At least you get a good swing on the baseball. You hit it hard. You just got to minimize the times where you're not swinging the bat well and maximize those good times.
Check the swing, a strike anyway.
But the way these guys are throwing these days, it is not easy to hit. Especially with the way the bullpens have been used. I mean, if you get a 5-6 inning start out of a starter, I mean, you're lucky. That's a good start. Then you're facing somebody different every other time up.
Swing and a miss. He turned that splitter over. 5th strikeout for Joe Ryan. Before Vaughn hits, a quick message from Potawatomi Sportsbook.
When Potawatomi Sportsbook invited me, John Kuhn, to be their spokesperson, I had to join the team. Yes! Yeah! Potawatomi Sportsbook. Your sport, our stadium.
Runner goes. Vaughn swings and misses. No throw from Jeffers. Look at this jump from Bowers.
Kind of a sneak attack. Didn't expect him to run. They didn't pay any attention to him. And yeah, Jeffers tried to be quick, couldn't handle it. Look at this jump. Look at that lead and jump. He was off and running before he got rid of the baseball. Even before he started home.
In scoring position now for Vaughn. And it's 0-2 on Vaughn.
Both of these teams like to run.
Brewers among the league leaders in stolen bases. The Twins are very efficient. 24 of 27 on the season. Looped into right foul. You see the Brewers and how they've been with runners in scoring position. They're awesome in that series against the Padres.
Well, they have to be because they don't hit homers. If you're going to score runs, you got to do it one of two ways, right?
Joe Ryan, if you're a fan of the movie Speed, oh darn. 22 for 61 on the last homestand with the Brewers with runners in scoring position. And that is headed towards the hole. Lee knocks it down. Throw across the diamond. A high throw. And out is the call at first.
How about that play? That is a dandy by Brooks Lee. I didn't think there's any way he's going to be able to get up and make a throw to first base, but he did.
No challenge from Pat Murphy. What a play to get Vaughn at first.
Yeah, that's one of the best you'll see right there.
Aurora Healthcare defensive play of the game right here.
Yeah, 2 hopper. Check it out. He angles back and then he gets up and throws a strike to first without even looking. He just turned and fired. He knew exactly where the bag was.
And Joe Ryan wants an exchange of baseballs. Sal Frelick going to try and drive in a run with 2 outs. That's a big play in this game. If that gets into left, Brewers have a 2-0 lead. Pitch number 70 coming from Joe Ryan. Hit foul by Frelick.
Yeah, 70 pitches with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. That's a lot. That's what the Brewers do to you.
You mentioned get to the pen. A lot of pitches per inning, at least the first one. 26 in that first inning. Frelick into center, not deep. Hustling in, it's Lee over the shoulder, makes the catch. Inning over. Brewers strand a runner at third base.
Pet friendly, weed deadly.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by Wintrust and by Miller Lite. Taste you can depend on. First pitch of the bottom of the 4th popped up, first base side and in the seats. Coleman Crowe, first time through the order. He has just been dealing. 35 pitches first time through.
A lot of similarities between these two starters tonight, right? A lot of different pitches, the sweepers, the cutters. You know, fastball they use very judiciously. There's a good sweeper right there. Very similar in styles, both of these guys.
Now the adjustment second time through after this lineup has seen him for the first time, and a fly ball hit to left by Martin. 10 up and 10 down against Coleman Crow.
Seems like both of these starters have very late breaking curveballs and sweepers, right? And that makes it really difficult on a hitter. Earlier you can pick up rotation and break and identify a pitch, the better chance you have of putting a good swing on it. Neither offense has looked all that comfortable, at least so far.
Lee rips it foul on the first base line. When you hit, were you able to see the seams and the rotation of baseball?
I really couldn't. I could see the dot on the sliders and things like that, but you know, guys can say that they can see the seams and the rotation on it, and you look fastball, adjust to everything else. You wait, you anticipate their hardest pitch, and then you adjust. Now that guy, I mean, he could see, he could probably see the name of the commissioner.
Sure. His
signature on the baseball when he was up. Paul Molitor.
He could read it out of the pitcher's hand.
Right. 3,000 hits.
Hall of Famer. A lot of people call this the Paul Molitor rivalry series.
Yeah. He got his 3,000th hit, and it was a triple. First time ever.
That the 3,000th hit was a triple?
Yes. Yeah.
Lee hits one off his fists into right for Frelick. 2 up and 2 down. Speaking of Paul Molitor, the igniter, 3rd overall pick out of the University of Minnesota, 1977. Bunch of silver sluggers, 412 steals. It's the most for the Brewers. And then got his 3,000th hit in 1996 as a Twin. Won a World Series with the Blue Jays. He's a manager here in Minnesota for a few years.
Yeah.
Now doing TV every now and again for Minnesota.
Inducted into the Baseball's Hall of Fame over 20 years ago. Hard to believe.
Pretty easy decision. Man, he can hit. So fun to watch him hit.
Yeah.
Slightly low on Jeffers with the cutter. 1-2.
His triggering mechanism was moving that front knee in. He didn't move his hands. He didn't move anything else except for that front knee, and just coiled and just hit the ball with amazing authority. I don't know how many times, you know, when I was playing with he and Robin, that the game would start with a Paul Molitor single. He'd steal second, and then a base hit by Robin. 1-0 Brewers. It happened all the time.
That's how one gets the nickname the Igniter. Nice play by Rengifo. Spins, and off the bag is Bowers. First base runner of the game for the Twins. On a wide throw by Rengifo.
Yeah, tough part of that play was getting to it and getting yourself in position to throw. Just kind of dropped the arm and pulled it just a bit. Yeah, Bowers couldn't handle it. Nobody could. A left-handed throwing first baseman makes that a little bit easier, but the throw pulls him off the bag.
Rule it a base hit. First one of the game for the Twins. And Coleman Crow out of the stretch for the first time facing Josh Bell. Bell has been a thorn in the Brewers' side recently, and longtime Pirate. He's been bouncing around the big leagues the last few years.
Well, his career against the Brewers, he's hitting over 350.
Looked a ball down and in. One game in particular that I remember going into the All-Star break, 2017 or 2018 in Pittsburgh, pouring down rain. Hits a ball into center to walk off the Brewers through lightning and thunder.
a menacing figure in that batter's box. He is a big dude.
And a high pop-up. Garrett Mitchell calls it, makes the catch. A 3-0 pitch that's hit into shallow center.
As we head to the 5th inning at Target Field, and our Freighter and Medical jury, but Pat Murphy saying that Yelich was feeling better today. We did see him out running on the field before the game, and he did take some swings in the cage before today's game. So going in the right direction, and Pat Murphy saying they're obviously going to be cautious as he's still working his way back from the adductor injury. He only played in that one game on Tuesday before sitting the last couple of games, but overall things going in the right direction. They'll see how Yelich feels tomorrow.
Right shot right at Austin Martin. For out number 1, Rengifo lines out. And some news, thank you, Sophia, on the bit of information on Christian Yelich. They have since changed that base hit to an E5, by the way.
As well they should. Well done. That was an error. I think Rengifo would tell you.
Scoreboard and everything confirms. David Hamilton hits, squares around, pulls it back, and takes outside.
I think the rule of thumb is this. I mean, it's pretty simple. The first hit of a game, particularly when you get into the 4th, 5th inning, it's got to be a clean single, right? You can always go back. If a guy gives up a bunch of hits, you always go back and change it to a hit. But a play like that cannot be the first hit of a game.
Done. Signed, sealed, delivered. E5. Two balls and a strike on Hamilton. 75 pitches now for Joe Ryan. As Sophia was talking about, Christian Yelich dealing with some back issues. Hamilton pops it up, third base side, in the seats.
Yeah, a lot of foul ground in this ballpark. More than most, I think.
At least on the aprons over by the dugouts. Not much foul territory down the lines, but
right
over by the coaching boxes. There's a great look on our wire cam. Good take by Hamilton to draw it full. And he walked him. So Hamilton is aboard.
Catcher's
challenge. We're going to get challenged first. Late challenge. And it's a ball.
Pitch the ball. Minnesota has one challenge remaining.
Minnesota's got one left. That was almost an inch and a half off the plate.
Yeah, surprised that he challenged that.
See how quickly it takes Hamilton to start running. First walk of the game for either squad. Churio swings and misses. That was a big cut.
You know what the ABS system has done? It's kind of taken away and neutralized some of the good framing catchers of pitches. It's not as big a deal these days, unless the team is out of challenges.
Yep. Churio down to the count 0-2. There are some catchers that are presenting pitches so well that it may bait hitters into challenging.
Right.
Two on Churio. Time winding down on that pitch timer. And he struck him out. Six strikeouts now for Joe Ryan. Quick message from Tri-City National Bank.
Great rates, no matter the road. Our auto loans save a carload. Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Hamilton goes. Throw from Jeffers up the line. Tag is in time on Hamilton. Maybe got the foot before the hand got in there. Pat Murphy holding. And no challenge. Jeffers guns down David Hamilton for just the 3rd time this year. Pretty good tag here from Brooks Lee. Just got him on the foot.
Got better at Wendy's.
Statcast powered by Google Cloud. Coleman Crow outs by pitches here. 5 on the curveball, 3 on the cutter, 2 on the sweeper, 1 each on the fastball. Sensing a trend there, Rock. All at the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a curveball like he does, I mean, the fastball can be effective. Look at the outs that he's been able to record on pitches out of the strike zone. So he's got him chasing a bit.
51 pitches here for Coleman Crow. All right, this is Jordan Baker down at 3rd. He just changed his pants in between the innings. He was wearing those style of sweatpants for the whole first half of the game. Jordan Baker just switched his pants. I don't know why they switched their pants. Now Stu Sherwater's like, look at me. Now I'm the only guy wearing the sweatpants.
Did their luggage not make it or something?
It must not have, because our second base umpire's got the correct pants on, as does Rob Drake. But now Stu Sherwater is in solidarity with the sweats. That's Junior Valentine. He's had the right pants on the entire night.
He's having a good time with those guys.
Jordan Baker went into his locker room and changed pants. It's a pop-up into shallow center. Garrett Mitchell makes the catch, 1 away in the 5th. All right, so do you have anything on Pants Gate with the umpires? What do we got?
Well, all you need to do, guys, is ask Jason Schauger, who knows all about equipment, and he said that each umpire travels. One of the umpires, their gear just didn't make it from whichever city that they were coming from. So likely just a shipping issue.
Shipping issue. Well, for Jordan Baker, who is the tallest umpire in the history of Major League Baseball, that's fact.
You can't borrow any.
No, you can't borrow somebody's 32 30s. Then they would just be capri pants.
Well, you can, but it wouldn't really be a good look.
Not ideal. So just a shipping issue, apparently. Thank you, Sophia. We knew Schauger would know, and then relay to the appropriate party, a.k.a. Sophia. So Stu Sherwater as the sweats on.
Not too much gets by either one of those two, right? Schauger and Sophia?
No. Nope. Popped up, 3rd base side and in the seats. Struck out in the 2nd inning, Cody Clemens. Just 1 base runner for the Twins thus far. Is the E5 by Rengifo, and it hits Cody Clemens on an 0-2 pitch.
Yanked that curveball just a little bit too much.
Right in the calf.
Yeah, right above that padding.
Lewis takes that cutter for a strike. Ground ball to short. Missed some time with a knee sprain this year, hitting just 160. Liner to center. Mitchell broke in and now makes the catch. One of the hardest hit balls of the night off of Coleman Crow. It's just 96 off the bat.
Pretty big outfield, particularly in center, right? 411, the deepest part of the ballpark. Just to the left field side of center field. Down the lines, I mean, you can get him out without getting all of one.
Kreidler at the plate. Began his career in Detroit. Swing and a miss. 5 out of 18 as a Twin this year. Did center field today with Byron Buxton dealing with a hip issue. He was scratched before the game yesterday against the Marlins.
Buxton having a really good season.
Kreidler, that's a base hit. First one of the game for the Twins. Going from first to third as Clemens. The throw goes to second. Tying run stands at third with 2 away.
Bullet. And check it out. Fastball middle in. He gets it just out of the reach of Hamilton. First and third with 2 outs. Needed about another 3 inches.
Here's Outman 0 for 1. Number 9 hitter for the Twins. Runner goes and a throw down to second base. Short. Hamilton picks and tags. Out on the play is Kreidler. Contreras guns down another would-be base stealer. And the Twins strand the tying run at third base. Perfect pitch to throw on. Great pick by Hamilton.
Hey, join the all-new boy band theme night presented by Wintrust on Friday, May 22nd. Rock the Brew Crew boys t-shirt with a special ticket. Enjoy a post-game fireworks presentation that's presented by T-Mobile. Get tickets at brewers.com/theme nights.
This is the boy band t-shirt. Rock, I know you see the back, which has the final schedule for the rest of the season on it.
Okay.
Just like this. You see, there's the schedule with the boy bands.
Yeah.
I was messing around with Vinny Rotino when we were working together with San Diego. I said that we were working on some choreography for boy band night on Friday. You ready for that?
He's just the guy to do it.
No, you and me.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
You don't want to dance? I said you needed to have ABBA available to do dancing.
It's ABBA. Yeah. No, I don't know. We'll see. Can I think about it?
ABBA, banana.
Dancing Queen.
I think we should do just a little something.
All right, I'm in.
Okay. I'll come up with something.
Maybe wigs.
I don't know if we need wigs.
No.
We need that. Just make sure our luggage makes it. It will. Fly ball to left and Terang is out. Here's Contreras. RBI single for him in the first inning. The only run of the game. This game feels a lot like Wednesday's game. Brewers had a 1-0 lead for the better part of it until the 9th. Ground ball left side, knocked down by the third baseman. Thrown to first is in time.
Oh.
Heck of an effort by Royce Lewis. Seen some really nice glove work on that left side for the Twins.
He's having a heck of a night, isn't he?
Wow.
Another one in the hole. He was able to go down and get it. No, that was a shortstop that did that one. That was a nice play at third base.
Takes a hit away from Contreras, 2 away for Bowers, who singled back in the 4th.
These teams about middle of the pack in team defense in all of baseball.
Going 2 on Bowers. Ryan having a quick 6th inning. This is going to be pitch number 90 for him. Got him. 1, 2, 3 go the Brewers. 7 strikeouts for Joe Ryan.
Brewers at Brewers and Twins back here at Target Field, and the Brewers Community Foundation will be collecting new socks for a $10 contribution during May's Drive for Charity coming up Friday, May 22nd through Sunday, May 24th. Fans donating will receive a collectible Quinn Priester pin, and you can visit brewers.com/BCF for more information.
Thank you, Sophia. James Outman, first pitch swinging, fouls it away. Coleman Kroll, 62 pitches. This one lined to right, falls in front of Sal Frelick. Leadoff single for Outman.
Pretty good at bat by Outman. He pulled a fastball and just ripped it way foul, but and then Crow goes with the curveball, waits back on it, hits a bullet into right. Good at bat.
Outman, the former Dodger. Top of the order, Austin Martin, third time through against Coleman Kroll.
Back-to-back hits now for Minnesota.
Martin takes a strike, and I believe he's challenging the pitch. Bullpen's moving. Chad Patrick, Aaron Ashby. Let's see if this one catches the strike zone. It does, and now the Twins are out of challenges.
Remaining.
You just wonder why a guy would challenge a pitch like that, right? I mean, here we are in the 6th inning. First pitch of the at bat, really?
Time and place has been a big deal for these challenges. Toss to first, and back in time is Outman.
So now the Twins have none left.
Now's the time Rob Drake can open up that strike zone as much as he wants.
And this is when, you know, Contreras' ability to frame pitches comes in handy.
Foul back by Martin. It's 0-2. Fouled away. Wagner leads the big leagues in on-base percentage coming into the game today. And time called by Martin.
The ability to get on base, that's what you like to see out of a leadoff hitter.
There's Taylor Rogers. Outman goes, a swing and a liner into right center, a base hit. Outman can't find it. He's going to get up and get to third regardless. Martin has a base hit, and here come the Twins in the 6th.
And up on an 0-2 pitch. Maybe throwing a few too many strikes. So Kreider got a base hit in the 5th. Was caught stealing. Now a base hit by Outman, now Martin. So 3 consecutive hits by Minnesota. Maybe starting to figure something out with Crow out there on the mound.
Outman was moving, and now Pat Murphy is coming out, and he is going to make a pitching change. 5+ from Coleman Crow. It's going to be up to the Brewers bullpen to keep the Twins where they are. It's 1-0 Milwaukee. And Ashby loosening and Chad Patrick. Coleman Crow is coming out. Another good appearance from Crow. And it will be Aaron Ashby coming in for Milwaukee.
Wide for over 10 years.
Toyota drive of the game. Coleman Crow's second big league start. Retired the first 11 batters he faced. He was spinning it great early, Rock.
Yeah, he was. And then, you know, third time through, it looked like the Twins are starting to get to him. Kreider with the base hit. And Outman and Martin. So 3 consecutive hitters were able to get base hits off him after really putting the Twins down relatively easily, as Aaron Ashby comes on for the 21st time. 21 appearances for Ashby. This is game number 42, so he's out there a lot. And he has been outstanding this year.
The law offices, one call, that's all called to the pen. 7 wins on the season for Ashby. Right now he's got to deal with first and third and nobody out, and Brooks Lee Hits from the right side. Lee fouls it away.
He's given up only 1 earned run in his last 15 innings. 43 punch-outs in 27 innings of work for Aaron Ashby. Outstanding work.
A situation that screams strikeout. Ball to strike on Lee. There's Coleman Crow looking on.
Really good start.
Ground ball to short. Hamilton, they'll get 1, they'll get 2, but a run scores.
All right, that's a good trade. 6th inning.
Run belongs to Coleman Crow. So you got the double play there. Races the bases. Jeffers coming up. Perfect pitch from Ashby.
Yeah, it is. It's a curveball, and he beats it into the ground. You know, you talk about statistics in baseball. I mean, inherited runners. 1st and 3rd, nobody out. He gets a double play ball, but that's an inherited runner that scores.
Half swing and a miss. He went.
Sometimes you got to peel that onion back a little bit when you look at these stats.
Kind of like runners in scoring position too. It doesn't take a base hit to score a run all the time.
Right.
A 1 hit into the ground at 3rd. Rengifo charging and got him. Stu Sherwater with the new pants on. They got in. Coleman Crow, solid appearance. Ashby does the rest. It's a 1-1 game as we go to the 7th. Coleman Crow, 5+ innings, gives up the 1 run, and dapping it up with Aaron Ashby. Did a nice job there. Just the 1 run coming across. Good job by Coleman Crow.
Really good job on a spot start. As Taylor Rogers takes over for the 18th time. 480 or 441 his ERA. You see the opponent batting average over 300. This is the somewhat of the Achilles heel so far this year for the Twins team. And that bullpen ERA for them over 5.5.
Blake Perkins pinch hitting for Garrett Mitchell to open up this 7th inning, and he takes strike 1. Back to even as we play in the 7th. Rivalry weekend in Major League Baseball. Taylor Rogers was a Brewer in the 22 season. He's been a Giant, a Red, a Cub, and now back to the Twins since. Started his big league career with the Twins in 2016. Last year, Cincinnati and the Cubs, good season for him, especially when he was with Cincinnati. 40 games at 245 earned run average.
Yeah. I mean, that left hand will travel.
There's a strike.
And you get guys that, you know, left-handed pitching that can work a lot. They get lefties out. And Taylor Rogers fits that bill perfectly.
Andrew Morris loosening 3-2, and the breaking balls hit foul. That's the pitch for Rogers. That's the grand equalizer. Vaughn on deck, and then Sal Frelick in his 7th inning. Fly ball center field off the bat of Perkins. It is back onto the track, and making the catch is Kreidler.
It's deep out there in center. Doesn't carry all that well in this ballpark. Especially once you get into twilight and night games, and he hit that one pretty well.
Great shot from our drone looking in at target field as Andrew Vaughn digs in.
Yeah, gap to gap. Good luck. You better hit him pretty well.
Handcuff Jeffers. Brewers with just 1 hit since the 1st inning. And now make it 2. speak it into existence.
Good job, buddy. You want to say it again?
Looking for their second hit with Sal Frelick. But first, how about a message from Aurora Healthcare?
1, 2, 3,
How does it feel?
Amazing. One of my best days ever.
Chance of Let's Go Brewers through Target Field. Frelick hits it foul. June of last year, this place was dominated by Brewers fans, and they swept the Twins. Down and away.
They scored 17 runs one game in that series.
That was a Jacob Mizorowski start on June 20th. His second big league start. Christian Yelich drove in 8 that day. Memorable day.
Some guys get all the runs.
For a guy like Miz, he doesn't need the help.
That was pretty close, but they don't have any challenges left.
There's Mizorowski and Kyle Harrison on the bench. Chopper hit towards the middle. It'll sneak through for a base hit. Vaughn puts on the brakes. 2 in a row, Rock.
Yeah. Three's a charm. We were talking about when we came on the air today how the bottom of the order has been much better as of late in this Brewers run of victories. Rengifo, Hamilton part of that. Rengifo up right now. A little top spin over the mound and trickles into center field.
Luis Rengifo line to right as last time. And takes down and in from Rogers. Rengifo hits it foul.
I haven't seen that eye-popping velocity out of any of these pitchers so far tonight, but they've been very effective. Breaking stuff and putting their pitches on the edges. Don't have to throw 100 miles an hour to be effective in this league.
Two and one. Big gap in left center for Rengifo. Swing and a miss. He saw the sweeper, just couldn't make contact.
Took that big hack. His eyes lit up, didn't they? That pitch right down the middle.
We're back to it. Ground ball to short. They'll get one. And an out is called over at first base. Murph may want to take another look at this.
And nobody's leaving the field.
And no challenge.
Yeah, he missed it. Could have stuck with the old pants.
Asking which one they want to challenge. The one at first. Wintrust replay review.
Yeah, these guys know.
Milwaukee is challenging the out call at first base.
I mean, first baseman, none of the infielders left the field. Rengifo stayed off first base. He looks safe.
And he is going to be safe.
I mean, really not close, is it?
Well, that's why they have replay.
Yeah.
Get plays like this right. It'll give the Brewers an opportunity with 2 outs and runners on the corners for David Hamilton.
After review, the call in the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Milwaukee retains his challenge.
Jordan Baker, our crew chief, letting everybody know. And now it's Hamilton. They stick with the lefty-lefty matchup. Showing it one more time. Let's go Brewers chance getting a touch louder. Squaring to bunt, and he bunted it foul.
Does that a lot. Not a bad idea. Lefty versus lefty.
Base runner at third, Vaughn. Average speed.
Yeah.
0-1 on Hamilton. And it's inside. The other part about showing bunt and the fear of the bunt is that it opens up so much space on the infield.
Yeah, you see Royce Lewis is in and guarding the line. A lot of room on that left side.
Check the swing, 2-1. Very close.
Yeah, that didn't have to be. Just barely missed the outside corner.
Brewers have both of their challenges left. Runner goes, and a tapper out in front of the plate. Jeffers has it, flips to first in time to get Hamilton, and the Brewers squander a scoring opportunity. Time to stretch in Minneapolis.
$10. Order in the Pizza Hut app.
Toyota game reset has this game all square, one apiece as we go to the bottom of the seventh inning. Coleman Crow, just his second big league start, pitched into the sixth again. Just one run, didn't walk a batter. William Contreras, a first inning RBI single. Blake Perkins stays in the game to play in center. And Aaron Ashby remains in the game to flip Josh Bell around to hit from the right side. Middle of the order scheduled for Minnesota. It's ball one. 0 for 2 for Bell. Strikeout and a fly out to center. To right and in the seats. It's in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. The Twins winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games coming in. The Brewers have been one of the hottest teams in the league for the last 2 weeks as Bell hammers it foul into the Brewers dugout.
Finally getting healthy offensively. They got to get that guy back. Christian Yelich has got a sore back. You got Woody. He's still on the injured list. Quinn Priester.
Busted back, ground ball to second base. Turang takes care of it, 1 away. Check in with Sophia. May have an update for us on Brandon Woodruff.
Well, yeah, there he is in the Brewers dugout. He threw a bullpen yesterday. Normal pen for him, a good sign for him. And so the next step will probably be an extended bullpen for him when the team goes to Chicago, gets their first meeting with the Cubs at Wrigley Field. And then beyond that, it could be a live BP, just like kind of before. Brandon Woodruff would like to avoid a minor league rehab assignment if he can. Kind of that old line, I want to save my bullets for the big leagues here, right? Keep his best stuff for here. So we'll see how that second pen goes, and then they'll determine the next steps for there. But good progress overall for Woody.
It's a good update. Thank you, Sophia. Keyshaw, ground ball, and it eats up Bowers. Keyshaw reaches.
Hit that one right on the nose. Ate up Bowers, which is not an easy thing to do. He's got really soft hands, really good defensively over there at first base. Took a hop on him. I think it came up on him a little bit. Off the thumb of the glove and into right.
Ruled out a base hit for Keyshaw.
That was a bad hop base hit. I agree with that.
Cody Clemens hit by a pitch. And he's got a base hit to left. So back-to-back hits. This Twins team very aggressive early in counts.
Yeah. They get a fastball that they like. They're not afraid to go after it. Offense has been good for Minnesota. Starting pitching has been good. Their defense is good. Their bullpen has been one of the reasons why they're under 500. That's a good swing by Clemens. Waiting on it and hitting it hard in the left.
Good look at it from our Potawatomi Sportsbook wire cam, and Chris Hook is out to chat with Aaron Ashby before this date with Royce Lewis.
Think about how important Aaron Ashby's been to this team and this bullpen. I mean, 21 appearances in game number 42. I mean, they're all high leverage situations as well.
Yeah. His ability to bounce back and recover and pitch at multiple appearances and back-to-back days. He's just been all over the place for the Brewers in that pitching department. Try and roll one up here with Royce Lewis at the plate. It skips in the dirt. He can't find it. It's behind the foot of Lewis. Grant Anderson now playing catch for the Brewers in their pen. And liner to left. Coming on Churio. They're going to send the runner around third. Here comes the throw home. It's cut off. They've got an out in between second and third. Rengifo throws to Terang. Terang throws to Hamilton. Hamilton will tag out Clemens. To second goes Lewis. The Twins have the lead.
Yeah, they're stacking their hits together, right? I mean, 3 consecutive hits in this inning. They had 3 consecutive hits in the 5th and 6th. Check it out. Now fastball down the middle. And Lewis hits it hard in the left field. Playing deep. No chance for Churio to get the out.
It's a first pitch changeup to Royce. Should say a second pitch changeup to Royce Lewis, but back-to-back changeups. First pitch low with a curveball. Just the second run that Ashby has allowed on his own accord in his last 13 appearances.
Yeah.
Down and in. Now the Brewers are going to have to go to work against this Twins bullpen, which has been susceptible.
Yep. And just keep it right here. Keep it at the 2-1 game.
A strike on Kreidler. Ground ball off of Ashby. Rengifo picks it up, puts it in his pocket. 4 straight hits for the Twins.
That got a piece of Ashby, got him on the leg. Probably saved a run. That would have been a base hit in center field.
Sets up a lefty-lefty matchup with James Outman. Wave and a miss at the slider.
When's the last time Ashby's given up 4 hits in an appearance, let alone 1 inning?
Long time. And over his last 12 appearances, Rock, covering 15 innings, he'd only allowed 9 hits in those.
Right.
To first base, and it's a foul ball. Inning started with that bad hop ground ball to Bowers from Keyshaw. Clemens singled, Lewis singled, Kreidler singled.
Needs a punch out here.
Two strikes on Outman. And a toss to first. In the dirt, Contreras blocks to save a run. The second, though,
he's upset. He's still upset. That's how good he's been. And blocking a pitch like that, I was way in front of home plate. Upset with himself. They didn't keep it close and keep that double play in order. Check this out. You talk about spiking a curveball. Contreras kind of turned the body a little bit toward third base. That's why it trickled away from him.
1-2 to Outman. Got him. Through the slider. Outman is retired. And so are the Twins. They've got the lead. Top of the order coming up for the Brewers in the 8th.
TV.com.
Well, Dollar Hot Dog Day returns this Memorial Day at the Brewers game against the Cardinals. That's Monday, May 25th. Spend your off day with the crew and devour dollar dogs. Get your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
She's hammering Doritos, but I bet she had a hot dog at some point today.
Josh Mauer's a big hot dog guy, isn't he?
Oh, he is our resident hot dog connoisseur.
Yeah.
There's Andrew Morris, 10th game for him. Pitch to Churio. Strike 1.
The last time out for him was on the 12th. That was at Toronto. 3 innings of 6-hit baseball. Gave up only 1 run.
Churio, soft ground ball, tough play. Coming on, Lee. Throw to first is late. Churio beat it out. Leadoff man is on for the Brewers in the 8th.
Yeah, that ball gets by Morris. You know it's going to be a tough play for Brooks Lee, who has been outstanding at shortstop tonight. Not a whole lot you can do on a high chopper like that. If it gets by the mound with Churio's speed, he's going to beat it. Bare hands it and made it close. Second hit for Jackson Churio tonight.
Still only 1 extra base hit in the game. It was Churio's leadoff double. Now it's Terang. Tying run aboard for the Brewers in the 8th. And it's taken low. 97 on the fastball from Morris. Wisconsin Lottery home run leaderboard has Bowers and Terang in the top with 6. There's a strike. Threw him a changeup. Looking for his first trip on base. He's 0 for 3. Low and in the dirt. Another changeup.
Usually doesn't throw many changeups, but with the changeups that he will throw against lefties, 4-seamer, sweeper, cutter. Will sink the fastball at times.
Grant Anderson and Abner Uribe getting loose. Top of the 8th inning. The Brewers tired, take the lead. May see Abner in the 8th.
Yeah.
With the top of the order scheduled for Minnesota. Good hitters count for Terang. And he took a high strike. Let's see if they send Chourio. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He goes. Fouled away.
Thinking that Turang's going to be able to make contact. Put him in motion, maybe open up a hole in the infield, and get a big inning started.
Do it again on 3-2. Toss to first and back is Chourio.
He shortened that lead up a little bit.
Anthony Banda, the former Dodger, also former Brewer farmhand. The toss and safe, just barely.
Had him leaning, didn't he? That's a quick move over to first base.
Derek Shelton taking a look. And they will not. Two disengagements. 3-2. Line fouled. Couple extra ticks on the velocity from Morris.
98.
There's that pickoff just a moment ago. See him leaning.
He was leaning. Boy, close. Got him on the helmet.
Eighth pitch of the at bat to Turang. And a ground ball through the middle, base hit. Chourio will go to third. There's that opportunity for a big inning. They're on the corners. Nobody out for the B for the order.
Yeah, how about that at bat by Bryce Turang? You talk about a battle up there at the plate. Finally got one that he liked and able to sneak it by Keishel at second base. While Chourio was running again on the pitch. Able to barrel it up, pulled those hands in. You see how he tried to pull those hands in and put the barrel of the bat on it. Well done. And the Brewers set up for a big inning.
Pitching coach Pete Mackey going out to the mound. See Jackson Chourio, he needs some water after getting his calisthenics in. Yep. Get those electrolytes in.
Calisthenics?
Yeah, calisthenics.
Wow. Was that like a 60s gym class term?
Exactly. It's really a Roger Doran reference.
I love it. Calisthenics. I haven't heard that term in a long time.
You're welcome.
Well done.
How about a quick word from Eagle River, Wisconsin to recalibrate?
Change up your summer. Eagle River, Wisconsin.
I'm just laughing at Jackson Chourio. He is gassed over there.
Yeah, but he took off to second base, what, 3 times?
Love it. Infield is up again for the Twins. Swing and a miss by Contreras at a cutter.
Interesting that they do that with the meat of the order coming up. Contreras, Bowers.
They brought the infield up in the first inning too, Rock.
And it cost them.
Runner goes in the dirt, and Turang will take second base without a throw. There they are. Boys take the lead.
Can't think of a better guy to have at the plate. He's been clutch.
Bring that infield way in now. Ground ball third base, and they throw to third, and Chourio is out. He took a step towards home.
Timeout. They want to talk about it, right?
Did somebody get a balk? They may have called a balk before anything, or potentially obstruction on Royce Lewis at third.
Walking off the bag.
Never allowed him an opportunity to get back to third.
Whether it stands or not, a heads-up play by the left side of that Twins infield. No balk. A couple of shuffle steps, and the question is
they're going to give him home plate. Royce Lewis never, he was in the way. That is interference.
They got to give him a clean shot at the bag. Boy, that is a big call. We haven't seen any of those, have we? When's the last time we saw a call like that?
Tampa Bay last year, but it went the other way against the Brewers. And Derek Shelton is fit to be tied with Jordan Baker over third base, but that is the letter of the law. You saw the foot totally in front of the bag from Royce Lewis.
But very rarely called. You can understand the frustration on the Twins' part. He just got tossed.
Derek Shelton just got tossed. Tying run is allowed to score. Contreras is safe at first base.
So no outs on the play. That's another important point here. He put him right on the bag. I mean, that's clear. I didn't see it initially, but he slid right into his foot. You can't do that. You can see Jordan Baker right away calling timeout, and he walked out to the rest of the umpiring crew. What did you see?
Pat Murphy was on it. He was going out. Jordan Baker said, "We got it. We're taking care of it." It is obstruction on Royce Lewis. So now the Brewers again poised for a big inning as Bowers is at the plate. Nobody out, first and second in the dirt. Again, another look at this play, and again, heads up from Lee.
You see the foot, right? He calls him out, and then he looks and says, "Hey, wait a minute." He was blocking him off with his foot. He slid right into his foot. Can't do it.
Up and away, 2-0. Swing and a miss. He chases sinker. 2-1. Contreras does get credit for a run batted in for those of you scoring at home. So he's driven in both runs for the Brewers. Bowers to right center. It's headed towards the gap and up against the wall. Terang will score. Contreras held at third. It's a double for Bowers, and the Brewers have the lead.
He's surprised he didn't go with the lefty against Bowers there. The lefty had been throwing. That was Banda. The Twins stuck with the right-hander, and Bowers made him pay.
So here's my question, Rock. Your manager just got thrown out of the ballgame. The game sped up very quickly, but they stick with Morris, and Bowers definitely makes him pay.
Up, and Morris actually had faced his three minimum guys, and Bowers able to find the gap and drive in the go-ahead run.
Brewers come right back after the Twins had taken the lead in the bottom of the seventh.
What a big call, that obstruction at third base.
And a strike.
It was the right call, but very rarely called.
Give Jordan Baker credit. As you mentioned, Rock, he was right on it.
Yeah.
Perkins down to the count 0-2. That was a good changeup for Morris. Perkins fouls it back just to our left.
Infield in for the Twins. This is a situation where you would expect that they would bring the infield in. Not the first two times, though, I don't think.
Right.
Kind of unusual.
certainly with a one-run lead. Perkins on the ground, not going on down angle. That's the other part of that play with the infield in and Churio at third base. You see the contact play, but with one out. You don't necessarily see it with nobody out.
No, and not normally.
Churio, he got bailed out by the obstruction play.
He did. Slid right into the foot.
Infield still up for Vaughn. Now you will more than likely see the contact play with Contreras at third. It's fouled back by Vaughn. Hit down the right field line. It is a foul ball. Ooh.
Well, I thought that was a fair ball, but it kind of sliced as it got down in the corner.
Pat Murphy holding up a hand. He wants it. That thing looked like it had some chalk plumes. But was it only dirt? No challenge.
I thought it was clearly foul. Yeah.
You had it. New prescription.
I didn't say anything. I didn't want to argue with anybody, but
just checking to make sure it didn't clip some of the chalk. You and your young eyes, Rock. You had it. That's a fly ball into left center. I don't think it's going to be deep enough to score Contreras. It's not. In comes the left fielder. Throw is cut off.
Yeah, big out right there. Now they go to the bullpen with Sal Frelick at the plate.
Looks like they will. Bench coach Mark Hallberg will make the pitching change after Derek Shelton was ejected earlier in this inning. Anthony Bonda coming in to face Sal Frelick when we come back. Brewers have the lead in the 8th.
All.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bet above the rest by Prevagen. Prevagen made for your brain. And by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. Jackson Churio bailed out on an obstruction call, scoring the tying run, and now it's Anthony Bonda, a beefy .764 ERA, 21st appearance.
Been a while for him since May 10th. Inning in the third, no runs, couple of punch outs.
Was great as a Dodger for a few years. Originally a Brewers draft selection. And a line drive towards left field, hanging up there and making the catch is James Outman to end the inning. Brewers get the lead. An obstruction call allows the tying run to score. Wackiness there. And then Jake Bauers with an RBI double. 3-2 Milwaukee in the 8th.
The larger one is the dad.
Nothing outshines a blue moon.
MLB Plus is new for 2026. Stream MLB Network 24/7 and select out-of-market games every week, plus live radio broadcast for every game. Game day, 3-day big inning and minor league action. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe.
The Brewers have the lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and Abner Uribe is on to try and keep the Twins at bay. It's the top of the order scheduled for Minnesota. Last time Uribe worked was against the Padres a couple of days ago, trying to get back on the horse.
Yeah, blown save and a loss in that appearance. Gave up 3 runs in that inning. A 3-run home run.
And he's ahead 0-2. Already better fastball command tonight than he had a couple of nights ago against San Diego.
Triple digits right there, 100.
1 for 3 for Martin tonight. 0-2 coming. And a check swing. He went around. Contreras will apply the tag, or doesn't have to.
No, he's out.
Gives himself up. 1 away.
Nasty slider with 2 strikes. Asking for help. I don't think anybody needed help on that. Rob Drake able to call that one himself.
Ball nearly got by Contreras. Here's Brooks Lee. And a flare into left for a base hit. 1 out single, tying run on against Uribe.
99 up and away. Good at bat by Lee. Taking that one to the opposite field. Tying run at first.
Abner Uribe pitching before the 9th inning for the first time in over a month. April 14th against the Blue Jays, the last time that he came in before the 9th. And sometimes your save opportunity isn't always in the 9th.
Right, top of the order up.
Way outside.
Might see McGill in the 9th with the lead.
Strike 1 on Jeffers. Fouled away. He broke his bat.
Ate him up with a sinker at 100 right in on his hand. Nasty pitch.
Look at that sunset here in Minneapolis.
Something. Beautiful ballpark. Great day. Did you have a little sweat going during batting practice today? I think I did a little bit.
For sure.
Yeah. Felt good. It was hot down there.
No heater required on a day like today. 1-2 to Jeffers. Just missed. 101 from Uribe. Now it's 3-2. See if they send the runner. Try to stay out of a double play with Bell on deck. He's had a tough track record against the Brewers.
Yeah, with that guy on deck, you might not want to take off. Swing and a miss and end the inning. Strike him out, throw him out. We'll see.
3-2. Runner stays put, and it's high. Ball 4. Tying run in scoring position. Go ahead run at first.
Yep, little high. Contreras showing some restraint right there.
No stranger to allowing base runners. 6th straight game for Uribe. He's allowed at least 1 base runner. But now you got to deal with Josh Bell.
Let's check out tonight's timer of the game winner. Happy Times Pub in Elkhorn. If they call the Brewers by 10 o'clock tomorrow, they get 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. This offer courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
Here's Josh Bell. Deep and straight away in the outfield. Ground ball to second. Double play ball. 4, 6, and 3. They roll it up and they get out of the 8th inning. 1 pitch, that's all they need. He can put it in the holster or roll the dice home. Perfectly located. Terang to Hamilton over to Bowers. And we're off to the 9th in the Twin Cities.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey, don't miss a huge home series when the Brewers battle Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers. That's Friday, May 22nd through Sunday the 24th. On top of the action, join for a boy band night and a patriotic hat giveaway. Get your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
No better place to be than American Family Field against the Dodgers. Coming up next weekend, Luis Rengifo against Anthony Banda. A well-timed double play ball right there from Josh Bell. Abner Uribe with that super sinker. Got himself out of hot water.
Yeah, made the right pitch at the right time with the right guy running. Bell not very fast. That was an easy double play.
Quick 0-2 on Rengifo as Trevor McGill starts playing catch in the Brewers pen. Shallow right, long run, and a nice play made with a slide by Austin Martin. Copyright telecast presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. In a pinch hitter here, Joey Ortiz would come off the bench and hit for David Hamilton. Counts as a twofer, so he can come in and play short in the ninth. There's Trevor, the former Twin. Abner Uribe having a chat with Jim Henderson. Ortiz homered against the Yankees back on the last homestand. Rather, he doubled against the Yankees. He homered against the Padres. That was on Tuesday. All the days are starting to blend together. Baseball season.
The way it goes, doesn't it?
Quarter of the way through the season. I don't know what day it is. It's just game one of the series for me at this point. Ground ball to short, sharply hit. Lee bobbles, bare hand pickup, throw high, and Ortiz is tagged out at first base.
Got the throwing arm right there from Brooks Lee.
Man.
Yikes. A frozen rope across the diamond. Bobbled it. Unable to get his man. High throw, but got the tag on the front of Joey.
This play left side of the infield is showing up tonight for the Twins.
Yeah.
That'll be it for Banda. Get a pitching change. Gomez coming in for the Twins. Does he throw a sinker? Throws a slider. All right, I'm ready. 2 away. Churio against Gomez on the other side.
The Chocolate Factory.
Sun setting in Minnesota. 3-2 Brewers. 2 outs in the ninth. Jackson Churio to face Yoendris Gomez. The Brewers saw him earlier this year at Tampa Bay.
He's made 3 appearances with the Twins. You know, May 8th, 9th, and 10th at Cleveland. Has not allowed a run as of yet as a Minnesota Twin. A lot of fastballs out of this guy's hand.
First pitch strike. Double and a single has scored twice for Churio. Fouled it back. Trevor McGill will get Keyshaw, Clemens, and Lewis, barring any pinch hitters. 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Minnesota. Foul back just in front of us. Well, the foul stays alive. Brewers trying to take the opener in this series against Minnesota. Foul back again. Trailed for half an inning. That's it. Came right back after the Twins took a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the 7th.
That big obstruction call, that changed everything.
Royce Lewis over at third. And he waves and misses at that fastball off the plate. Gomez gets the strikeout. Brewers go in order. It's Trevor time here in the Twin Cities. Looking for another save. The All-Star from a year ago needs 3 outs to pick up another one here for the Brewers.
At Wisconsin Lottery Retailers.
Good work by Chad on our re-tees going into the bottom of the 9th inning. 3-2 Brewers looking in Minneapolis as Joey Ortiz takes over at shortstop. Trevor McGill looking to pick up save number 5 here in Minnesota.
Yeah, last pitched on Tuesday against San Diego. Did give up a run in an inning of work, gave up a couple of hits, but did strike out the side in that appearance. Middle of the order coming up.
Last save opportunity almost a month ago. First pitch down and in. That came in extra innings against Miami on the 17th. Last time he came in the 9th to protect a lead was the 14th of April. Keyshaw, the first man to face him. And a liner down the left field line. Foul.
Always so important for McGill to be able to land that curveball. Throw that for strikes, get it close enough to get swings. Just can't rely on that big fastball.
There's the curveball. 2 balls and a strike on Keyshaw. He got the run scoring 7th inning started with an infield single. There's Byron Buxton not available today. Hip issues. And a ground ball to short. Ortiz. 1 away.
Ball finds you, doesn't it? That ball ate him up a little bit. It caught that back around his belt buckle. That ball had some heat on it.
Smile there from Ortiz. Didn't get that glove all the way down, but the baseball found it. Junior Valentine saying, that was close, huh? It's a 6-3 put out in the scorebook. Now Cody Clemens. Jumps ahead with that curveball. So important for Trevor to get that first out.
No kidding. And throw that curveball for strike on the first pitch. Really can work ahead in the count.
And a challenge from Contreras.
Catcher's challenging the ball call.
Who's going to win it?
Yes, sir.
It's a strike.
Contreras perfect today in his challenges. Down and in on Clemens.
That's a good pitch. Didn't have to be a strike. Don't hang it.
Came back with it and missed.
Almost hit.
Clemens got hit by Coleman Crow with a 2-strike pitch earlier in this game.
And missing with the 2 curveballs changes the complexion of the at-bat. You figure a fastball coming here. At least that's what you would figure Clemens is looking for.
Clemens going to be charged with a timeout here. I think he made contact with Contreras with his bat, so he stepped out. He will use his timeout anyway. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Curveball.
Royce Lewis on deck. Three straight curveballs from McGill. And Clemens pops it up. Shallow left for Churio. In the twilight. 2 away in the ninth.
98. Got in on him. Good pitch.
Baseball put into play by the home plate umpire. Now it's Lewis. Had the RBI single in the 7th to give the Twins a 2-1 lead at the time. And out away from taking game 1 of the series with the Twins. Ball 1. Nice curveball.
That's a beauty. Pulls the string, ends up on the outside corner.
Twins down to their final strike. It's 1-2. He just blew a fastball by Lewis. Lives to see another one. Good game to open up this rivalry weekend between the Brewers and the Twins.
Look out.
Spike the curveball.
A little smile on his face. Maybe overthrowing that pitch just a touch.
Rob Drake happy that missed him. Looked like it had a crosshairs of Rob Drake. 2-2 on Lewis. Got him with the curveball. Ball game over. The Brewers take game 1 against Minnesota.
How about Aaron Ashby, win number 8? I'm telling you, 8 wins for Aaron Ashby and a big save by Trevor McGill. What a game. I mean, we've seen some great baseball lately by the Brewers. They continue the winning streak.
A lot of good stuff today. The Brewers come from behind and win it. We've got the post-game show coming up for you. Rock and I. Frederick Medical College of Wisconsin post-game show. Break down the game. Sophia's got interviews. We'll also hear from Brewers manager Pat Murphy in his post-game press conference. We'll be back to the Twin Cities in just a moment.